How are you?
And that is our question. How are you tonight? Whoops.
Oh, my word.
There we go. We've got two of us trying to bring JJ up on stage.
Oh, there we
Welcome to Tuesday night. Hope you guys are doing well. We have Jen, we have JJ, we have Ali. Blake will be joining us a little bit later on with a couple of unboxings. So get those upvotes in early and often for a couple of unboxings this evening. We're going to talk about possible watch releases this year. We've got a bunch of new releases already, and we're only a week into the new year, but we'll talk about some of those as well. And hey, JJ.
Hey, man.
Hey, Boo.
Hey, Boo. Get your lazy ass up here, Boo. That's like I just got a text.
Oh, jeez.
And hey, Ali.
Hello. Now, I heard a rumor that Duco actually got internet back up in Louisiana. Is this true? Anyone else hear this?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Duco today. Duco, if you're out there, hop on. Let's check it out, man.
Don't hold out on us, Duco.
He might be busy revamping the OnlyFans account first before he comes here. So priorities.
God, I get it.
Priorities.
Yeah, priorities.
That makes money.
That makes him, I'm sure, a lot of money. You know.
Yeah.
Because he's
only flexing.
Only one sexy man, baby. And of course, Jen's here. Hey, Jen.
Hi. I didn't need to be made to feel inferior. He's not even here, and you gotta bring him up. It's just not fair.
Well, I off camera, I tried to come on to you, and you didn't have anything to do with it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta play coy. I mean, I can't just give it up in the first 30 seconds of StreamYard. The hell, man!
Oh,
they're hard to get.
What kind of cheap date do you think I am?
I know, right? Got to wine and dine him first.
Speaking of cheap dates, what do we have on the wrist this evening? Let's start with.
I'll start with Jen after that comment. Do not start with Jen after that comment.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll start with me then. Hang on. I have to get it off my wrist so I can show it on camera, and it is a cheap date because it is a Seiko.
Nice.
And it's on a very nice Islander Jubilee.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or 5 link since it's not a Rolex.
Very nice. Cool. I would tell you what I have on, but then I'd have to kill you.
Oh my God.
I don't want to do that. I actually got 3 new watches. One is incoming, one is here, and one I have with me right now. The reason I'm saying it is because if we do well with the upvotes or someone wants to cut the line and super chat for it, I will be doing a small unboxing today. It's not a crazy one. This is the least expensive of the 3, but I will be starting the trio of watch unboxings tonight, possibly.
Fantastic.
Yeah, working all the way through the week.
And I think it's one that I actually brought up on stream.
Very possible. Very, very possible. I got 3 watches, 3 different brands, 3 different price points.
Okay.
Should be an interesting week of unboxings.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's Nate with 50 unboxings coming at some point. He has to unbox them before he sells them, for God's sake.
Bad dude.
Let's check with Jen. What's on your wrist tonight?
I'm wearing my blue Oris tonight.
Oh, blue Oris. We'll be talking about Oris in their new release here a little bit later on. Interesting new release today.
Yep.
And you can say any watch you want, Ali.
I'm wearing a watch with a strap made of the leather of my enemies.
There you
go. It's enemy hide strap.
Enemy hide strap.
I love it.
Make sure to get a nipple on there.
Damn, now that's a good name for a watch strap company. I think we're onto something here. Where'd you get that strap made? Enemy hide.
That's right. With a nipple.
The nipple option is a big upgrade.
Yep. Seb Nelly's in here. Hey man, hope you're doing well, along with Joseph Fruski. Thank you so much. Mike is in here. Mr. Bubba Hotep. Shoddy Too Hottie is here. Good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well. We have our first super chat of the evening from your friend Mikey. Hope everyone is well. We are happy that we're back here on Tuesday night.
Now, I like AB's comment over there. Has two matching horns.
That's right.
Tusk, if you will.
Yes.
And of course, Micah, buy the Seiko. Buy the freaking Seiko. I don't think that's how it goes, but that's how it goes here. Speaking of Watchman and unboxings, this man has 2 unboxings this evening. Hey, Blake.
Hey, guys.
How's the carpal tunnel doing, Blake?
Not good. Not good.
Have you switched hands yet?
Carpal wrist.
Have you switched it up yet?
Yes, I have. I'm on my my right wrist for now.
I have to admit the ingenious solution of applying raw beef tallow to reduce the chafing. Hey?
Oh my God.
I like Tiger Balm. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Ow. Okay. Whatever you're into, man.
How we know he's definitely doing it by himself.
Oh, man. So we need those upvotes this evening because we've got 3 potential unboxings. So, because JJ is going to unbox as well if we can get enough upvotes. Or we get the a big how big a super chat you want for that watch, JJ?
Oh, me? Well, I'm a greedy bitch, so $20.
There you go.
$20, I'll do it. Or we could just wait for the upvotes. I mean, look, I'm down for the old fashioned way.
Yeah,
I do it how we want it. I don't know what Blake has. Mine is not nothing crazy. It's the least expensive of the 3 I will be unboxing this week. But I think it's pretty freaking cool. So
it's another Christian Ward moon phase.
It is.
Isn't it?
It is not. It is from a major brand. In fact, all 3 are.
It's a Miss Piggy.
Is Oris a major brand?
Did I get you? Oris?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of.
Oris is a major brand.
It's way bigger than Oris, and it ends in.
That's the thing. I wouldn't consider Oris a major brand. I consider Oris
they around as long
brand.
as Patek Philippe, almost. I think
around as long. Major brand are 2 different things.
I've
been around a little bit longer than JJ. I'm not a bigger brand.
Stop.
It's definitely way bigger than Oris, and it ends in an X.
Okay.
It's an Oryx.
It's a Formex.
Formex. Hey, that could be. Yeah.
I'm digging some of the new Formex stuff.
I'm really liking some Formex stuff. But I haven't seen one in real life at all.
Not to totally sidetrack everyone here, but speaking of Formex, I get I get like an advertisement, right? And I say, wow, this is a stunner of a watch. It's a Formex Reef, right? I don't know if you've seen the Reef models.
Right,
kind of like similar to the Essence, but more like a diver. And it has a meteorite dial with a blacked out bezel like a Yachtmaster. I'm like, wow, this is really nice. Let me take a look at this. I go up and down the website for like an hour. It is not there. It's just a watch that doesn't exist. It's not even in the sold out section. So I don't understand. Is it coming? I don't know.
I don't either. I thought the Reef has been out for a while.
Unless it's a real old one and it's not even in the sold out section anymore. I don't know. I don't know, man.
So the Reef, is it the Reef or the Reef GMT?
No, it was the Reef. I think it was the. It doesn't say what size, but I know they make a 42 and a 39.5. But it was a regular Reef.
Okay, because they're configurable with different. Like you go in and you choose your configuration option for them.
Oh, okay. So like the dial configuration, you choose that.
Yeah, it's for certain on the GMT, but I'm pretty sure the other models as well.
If you guys want to go explore the site, I'm more than happy. It's up to you. I don't want to sidetrack Robert's show here,
No. We'll go look at it.
They have a Miss Piggy up on the screen, so
that's you guys.
Get on.
She brought up Miss Piggy, so here is Miss Piggy, and there goes Miss Piggy.
Oh, I guess we're gonna get back to Miss Piggy in a minute.
Yes.
So regular reef,
Regular reef.
39.5.
Yeah, beef and a reef.
Okay, so discover all reef 39.5 mil watches.
What did you say the dial was made of? Like some type of stone?
It was meteorite.
Oh,
Which
meteorite.
they've done before. You know, they did it on the Essence, which sold out right away. I don't see it here. I didn't see it in the 42, and I didn't see it in the GMT section.
They
Not
have
even-
the Essence. I mean, they've got a ton of Essence meteorite dials.
Yeah, they're all sold
39
out.
mil.
Though.
I do like. So it's the one that's in the picture on the top.
I can't see. Where is it?
I like the Eisenkaiser one, which is super cool.
I don't see it in the picture over the top. I saw it on an advertisement. Hey, we got a super chat from Chielski, £5. Thank you, Chielski. He says towards unboxing fun. Hey, man, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And we have an $2 from the Ghost of Yiddish Gambino, who is not on, but he's like, "Why is JJ allowed on Tuesdays now? You know, this is JJ's channel."
Hey, you could boot me if you'd like. I am available. $10 to be booted, 20 for the unboxing. Either way, I'm fine. I'm fine with either one. I go for the same price as Marcelo, baby.
Yeah.
No shame in my game.
And Mitch is here. Good evening, sir.
Howdy.
Ah,
Hey,
beautiful.
Yes.
Is that what your wife says to you?
Howdy.
Oh no, I don't see it. It's only on the bottom. I'm sorry. I messed up.
Yes, it's his screen name. If you can't see it, is Quiet Mitch. And you are quiet. I would ask you what happened, but then you'd have to talk.
Well, I'm supposed to talk. Gotta get the stuff they put in my vocal cord evenly distributed.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So we'll keep it quiet, but you do need to show us what's on the wrist tonight, sir.
Oh,
He's a little verklempt.
tonight we have the Piguet Type 20 2067.
Nice,
Nice.
very nice.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Mitch, would you be considering whispering sweet nothings into Mr. GMT's ear today?
Oh, you found out.
Uh-oh.
I knew it.
Design.
Peyton Place.
Yeah. That's another show nobody but you and I will remember.
That's the members only show.
Welcome, Design Atelier from Aruba this evening, and Tobster McDonkey. Thank you for joining us. Had the Essence Leggera Carbon, but I got the gray dial, and it was the worst legibility. Pretty nice watch.
Mm.
I like that watch a lot too. Got hands on with it for a little bit.
I like the design of it. I also like the one Robert sent out the other day, but unfortunately, Robert, really broke my heart. I was like, wow, look at this. Got a skin diver case. It was actually a Timex Deepwater. I'm like, wow, $250. This is a score. It has a skin diver case. It has a dive bezel with the inner chapter ring GMT function hand. I'm like, oh, great. This probably has an NH34 movement in it from Seiko. It's quartz. I was like, no. It was like so on point until the quartz.
Yeah, I wish that they would do that. They should have done that in an NH34. They really should.
It makes
have.
no sense. I mean, yeah, it's only $250. Raise the price though, and charge me $100 more or whatever.
Yeah, give the automatic option. They do that for some of the watches. So
It's 13 mil thick. Why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fit it in there.
Divers, right? A watch that I really, really, really like the aesthetics of, and I know some people hate it, is this guy.
I like this watch a
the
lot.
Yema, yeah.
Yeah, Superman.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it's a
love
good
the
watch.
bracelet, the vintage, the way the indices are done. I like the font choice. Like, God, if this watch was my size, I'd take all the shit. I mean, I can't take any more shit than I take for Vermont. Like,
That
I
was
was just
really
all the
nice.
shit in the world.
You know, those indices remind me of Timex Marlin.
Yeah,
Don't
they do.
Yeah.
Don't they, Robert?
It all goes back to Timex. It's a Marlin.
I think
But it's
We're starting out the
39
show.
mils, dude.
we're starting out the show with some of my favorite brands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if anybody has this watch and don't like it, just want to remind everybody.
Said it right.
Oh,
Yeah,
Chris
it's funny,
joins too. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Chris, welcome.
Thanks for having me. How
I
you
think
guys
Chris
doing?
is on unboxing.
Cool.
Or fat and I'm fat and sassy. Actually, no, like literally everybody in this family's panel's fat and sassy.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
So what's going on, Chris?
Same old, same old. Just been staying busy. How about you guys?
Yeah, pretty much. Staying busy, having a good time. Canadian watch monkeys in the house. Good evening, sir. I've had a few Yama watches, and they look great. Superman and Navigraph.
They do like a year-end sale like every year, and I've looked
Oh.
for the past 2 years at trying to pick one up, and I just haven't for whatever reason. But especially when they come, some of them come down like around 1,000. I'm like, oh, okay.
I guess I'm intrigued by the micro rotor models.
I don't think they do anything with their in-house caliber because this is their in-house caliber. I don't think they do a lot of their in-house caliber stuff on the end-year sale.
I think I would also like to suggest if anybody wants to send some fucking chamomile tea for Mitch. Jesus Christ, Mitch.
Lozengers.
Dude, are you okay?
Yes, this is good. I had a procedure to help my vocal cords. And
Oh, so you can play the trombone next in a few weeks?
I'll have to
Yes.
speak through the trombone.
Yep.
All right. As long as you say it's good, man.
He can do a rusty trombone in a few weeks.
Wah,
I didn't say
wah.
that. I didn't say that.
Yeah,
There you go.
Sound effects.
if I don't like a
Yeah, good for
watch,
something. Oh man. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I've been waiting to see like a cheap one pop on eBay because you know what's gonna happen. People are gonna buy these. Someone's gonna get sick of it. It's gonna go for half price.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That's
and I don't know what they run on like Chrono or Joma or any of the other secondary sites, so I have no idea.
Well, this one's limited edition, so probably not going to be on there for a little bit. But I have a feeling a couple of people will buy it and flip it up on eBay when they're tired of it. You know,
Yeah.
that's when you strike. It's 39 mil too.
beautiful.
Nice size, nice and slim. I like it.
It's just the 39's too small for me. I just can't do it.
Yeah,
it's on the edge for me.
you should just buy it, see if you like it, and if you don't, I'll offer you half price. No good.
Yeah, and Mitch taking the depreciation for the team. And then when you get tired of it, JJ, I'll offer you half price of half price.
There we go. Yeah, just like my Christopher Ward Moon phase, half price. Exactly.
Remember when we chatted Yema live like in the middle of the freaking night and they responded?
Yeah. Yeah,
That
I
was
remember that.
fantastic. That was fantastic. JJ,
How do
were
we get
you
in
on
touch
that
with them?
show?
Can we get in touch with them, see if we can get a half price Yama skin diver? What do we think?
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That lady was so nice to us. The
What do
thing
you mean?
was, and
You think it'll hurt them?
I'm not going to ask them all live on air if they'll give us a discount for half price.
All right.
Here's a half price promo code for only the listeners.
Tell
For
them,
just for me?
Yeah.
I'll take one. No? Okay.
tell them
Maybe
that,
not.
No.
JJ runs the Watch Hangout, and we would like a review model of this watch.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote review
I would like
model.
to-
I can't do it. I can't do it. JJ, you can do it. I can't do it. Last time
I would like to review
so
it for the rest of my life. Thank you.
That's right.
I
Oh,
felt
that's-
so bad last time because I sent that message and she responded, and then I said we're like on a live YouTube, and then she started watching the show and stayed on with us.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
It was great.
And she pulled
Wow.
she pulled up the specifications and stuff. Like she was like I was super impressed, but no way I'm asking for discount code.
Yeah, and I was super impressed that it was a real person because some websites have the chat bots now that you can't ever get to a real person.
And it was a real person, and she was a real French person, and it was like 4 a.m. in France.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to figure out like what poor lady did we wake up?
Probably one of the two that makes the bezels for the Pepsi on the Rolex.
yeah, they moonlight in customer service for Yema.
They moonlight for customer service at Sanyo.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, this is a nice watch.
Mhm.
So
they're going to be in there. So like for I've been looking at, obviously I've been planning for like the Watches and Wonders and stuff, and they run a show parallel to Watches and Wonders called like a time to watch or time to watches or some shit like that. And I think Yema's going to be there because there's a lot of micro brand stuff. You know?
I forget, like a lot of those brands are there.
Yeah.
Chris, man. So we don't get Chris often. I really want to check because Chris relocated back to Myrtle Beach. He's back in the South.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if he's still in the. I don't know if because you'd taken over. You had bought out a online watch retailer. I don't know what's going on with you, man.
Yeah, I'm running Watchgate right now. I'm completely running it, and actually, there's some behind the scenes things going on right now. I'm looking at adding some more mainstream brands as well. I won't say what brands those are, but
so everything's maintained liquid for you. Everything's still been going nicely.
Oh yeah, everything's good. I'm back at Lowe's. Back at my old Lowe's I used to work at Myrtle Beach, so I'm working there full time plus running Watchgate. But everything is going really well.
Okay, I'm sorry. Design Atelier distracted me. I'm glad everything's going well for you, Chris. We'll come back to that 1 second. So he'll send JJ a watch for review, but he won't discount it. So does that mean that JJ is buying a watch for review? Because I don't think that's the way.
Or maybe all of his watches are free.
I don't think Aruba is. They still got to pay Ashina Mali for that watch he did on the national anthem. So they still got to pay those taxes and charge for stuff. So all right, so Chris, you're back in Myrtle Beach. Things going well. You got some brands you can't quite announce yet. All right.
Yeah, the website's growing.
And do you or is it still like it wasn't a one-man operation before?
Yeah, it was pretty much. I mean, it still kind of is. It's basically just me running it.
All right. And then how do you do inventory management and stock management? Is it all like drop ship on demand from the...
Well, a lot of it's drop ship, and I'm still selling a lot of the inventory too that he had left over from before.
All right, fair enough. And how can people find you in Myrtle Beach to see stock in live?
I don't have a live office or anything like that. So
no, that I know. I was just messing with you. I'm waiting for people to show up at Myrtle Beach.
I got you. Yeah, just watchgauge.com and then get a hold of me through Instagram or something like that. So
nice.
All right, let me go because I don't know if Chris has a wrench, but for those who did not see JJ's show last year, this is the business that Chris bought and took over.
Yeah, we're still doing the Black Friday deals too because I'm getting through all the old inventory.
Delma's a great brand.
Whoa,
I'm actually wearing a Delma right now.
I worked for Delma for about a year and a half, and I redesigned their entire website for them.
Nice.
And I was at their factory.
Delma Core.
Super good.
I don't know the last time I looked at a Delma watch. It's been a long time. So let's do Delma. What'd I do? Did I break the site already?
I think you got to go to the right.
Oh no, I just scrolled down a little bit.
I got one of the new titanium shell stars in the
Nice.
other room. The orange dial.
This guy?
Yeah, that's what I'm actually wearing right now.
The orange dial one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a badass watch. I hate the male end links though. Like it's so.
Yeah.
I reached out to Andreas. Is that who you talked to there?
No, I worked through Ross. I don't know if you know Ross.
Ross, the distributor, in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was I talked. So Andreas is the owner's son, and he's getting ready to take over. And and yeah, I was just like, dude, why the fuck did you make your bracelet like this? So, but anyway,
what the hell is the Electricianz?
Yeah, it's a micro brand.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this brand.
Okay, somebody tell me something about this. Is it like
I don't know
Micro?
much about them though.
But it's like an Accutron competitor.
Not really. I mean, they have more of
I see batteries in there.
Yeah,
that's a cool watch though.
Yeah. Yeah, they have like a lot of patent stuff on their technologies too with the micro.
I feel like I would have to lick this watch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really confused. Okay, so tell me, Blake, why is it a cool watch?
I just like how like modern or
like steampunk,
super future
something.
sci-fi. It looks like a sci-fi watch or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one, I like. This one looks
That's
like
the one
there's
I
a
like,
flux
yeah.
capacitor built into
Yeah,
it.
exactly. There you go. Flux capacitor.
1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah, that kind of looks cool. I don't mind that.
That's a good looking watch. Like
I like the limb or float style tubes there. They look like the cooling tubes on.
the price is right too. I mean, it's not like overly expensive.
All right. Well, I'm going to drop Chris's link in the chat for anybody who
Appreciate that.
is looking for a G-Shock or Zodiac or any of the other micro brands. He carries Delma, and
we also do pre-owned as well. I have a consignment section. I just did a video. I don't know if you guys saw it or not on a Autodroma. Actually, I just got in. So plus I have mainstream brands as well on consignment.
You get that big white space at the top on your website.
Yeah.
I don't know if that might just be because I've got DNS filters and a number of other things that break a lot of stuff. Oh, we got a free Rolex, folks.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, that's supposed to be inquiry only. So I'm working on that.
I have an inquiry. Will you send me that Rolex at the price on the website?
No.
Oh wait, which one is this one?
That's the Seiko spring drive.
All right. Sorry. So Rob, now that we've derailed you like 3 times now,
that's the
JJ
spring drive one. That's nice.
JJ is broken. JJ, you're broken.
Oh, Duco's here too. Hey, Duco.
Oh, hey,
what up?
Duco.
What up?
We caught a wild Duco.
Look, it's JJ's finger.
I don't know what he's doing with. He's got.
Oh, he's got his box.
Oh,
a box that you can't see.
There we go. And then
let's see how we're doing on upvotes here.
Third sexiest man on the
Duco?
panel. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I got my internet back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
You're alive.
So we got 21 upvotes. Let's get to 30. Come on, there's 51 of you watching.
No audio for you, JJ, by the way.
There's no audio for me that whole time?
There we go.
There we go.
Time there was no audio.
Man, oh man. This freaking
I know.
stuff. Let me tell you.
This AI is out of fucking control.
So, come on. Let's get to 30 upvotes real quick, and we'll do our first unboxing with Mr. JJ. And we'll actually get to see his face like we did just a while ago.
Maybe. See. I want to keep it mysterious, man.
I just upvoted.
Want to welcome Big George in. How you doing, George? Hope you're doing well. And Kevin Hawthorne joins us from Lakeland, Florida. Kevin, thank you for being here. We're glad to have you in as well. Not far from me. Nope. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Oh, yeah. Doc Mick in Florida. Hey, man. Good to see you here. Appreciate you stopping by on a Tuesday night. We got 3 unboxings, starting with JJ coming up in just a few minutes. As soon as we can get 30 upvotes, let's
you got to get those upvotes into the unboxings.
28. 2 more. Come on. 2 more. 53 watching. We can get 2 more upvotes out of that, and then you have to keep going because Blake's going to start unboxing at 40.
That's right.
So let's go.
Let's not dissuade them. Let's get to the 30 first.
If you're here,
Work your way
need to
up.
click the thumbs up. Just do it.
Let's get the troll accounts. Where are the troll accounts?
Yeah, we want the troll accounts.
I can't believe you guys let just JJ's shrapnel towards Blako. I think that was fantastic. Don't
What'd I
dissuade
do?
them. When you said don't dissuade them from the upvotes.
No, because you gotta. It has nothing against Blake. It's just you gotta step
No,
by
you're
step.
threatening people.
Maybe-
if you upvote,
maybe-
if you upvote too fast, there might be Bell and Ross unboxing. People will be
It's
like,
not
oh,
a Bell and Ross. I promise.
And we do have 30 upvotes, so let's
All
get
right,
JJ,
we did it.
JJ into
Looks
position
like
here.
we made it after all.
I feel like your unboxing is way more epic than my.
No,
unboxing.
this is not. It's not. This is the least exciting of the three.
How do you,
I'm doing.
do you know that for a fact?
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't know. No. I mean, no. My three. I have three that I'm unboxing.
Okay,
these
because I
three.
thought you were talking about.
No,
my
I don't
three
have no
unboxings.
idea what you have. But that I have no idea.
No, my answer is still yes.
Probably.
No. I have three unboxings. This is going to be. How's that? Good.
It's
No,
just
no.
like,
Dude, what the hell
you
is
guys-
A little
going
pixelated there.
on?
do you remember Max Headroom? Max Headroom.
What the hell is going
This is
on?
terrible.
here?
No,
Don't
you
do this.
can't.
Don't do this,
No.
JJ.
No, that's bad. Can you blur
Too many
your
filters,
background?
dude.
I can't do it. I'm just going to do it.
using
From
a
here. All right, you're going to see some clothes and whatnot. Sorry,
That's
it's a little
fine.
bit of a mess, but
Hey, it's better than GMT and seeing strap-ons in the background.
we've got a Timex, ladies and gents. We've got a Timex.
Timex.
Yes.
hammock.
If anybody knows from the box, they'll know. You guys ready?
Ready.
Let it rip.
Yeah, I want to see
Pull
this
it out.
firsthand.
Timex and a
Yeah.
Tommy hat.
I have it on a new case,
Pull it out.
so
New
new
case.
strap, new strap, new strap.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I like
dang,
that.
nice. I
He
like
has it on the 80 strap.
Yeah, we got the Timex Expedition North GMT. I couldn't resist it. I had to try it in titanium. I'm gonna pull it out, give you guys the walk
Inexpensive
around.
watch too.
I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, strap sucks. Absolutely sucks. I'll show you. Actually, let me show you the strap first. Let's do this quick. So I just wanted to try it out. Whatever. No big story to it. I got it a little cheaper than normal. There were really no deals on it, but look at that annoying keeper.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? What is that? We don't,
yeah.
we
I'm
don't
not-
want that. Timex.
not a
It's a
fan of
field watch thing on some of these weird field
Oh,
watches.
man.
So-
The Timex straps usually suck.
Yeah,
Great
cool.
watches,
Cool
but
thing
the
is quick
strap
quick
suck.
release, so you don't have to
Oh,
take too much effort
nice.
to just get that piece of garbage off real quick. But rubber strap garbage for a $550 watch should definitely be a better strap.
How's the build quality?
Build quality is pretty nice. It's a little thick, right, for an NH34 movement. I put it on this deluxe strap. It's a one piece, like Marco has on his Mont Blanc. If you're familiar with that, that's my size. They sell all different sizes. Titanium case. It's an interesting case. I got it upside down here. Let me.
It's giving me Pelagos vibes.
Very much like the
That's-
Tudor Black Bay Pro.
Black Bay Pro.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Very
Of.
similar. You know, it's got a Seiko NH34 movement in it. Nothing crazy. 41 mil. It's pretty nice. I
Very
like it on the
nice.
strap. It's a single pass. It's not even a pass actually.
Looks
because it just
good.
clicks in right there, which takes away everything I hate about the NATO. You know, the double pass, the 4 buckles, and all that.
Yeah.
And it gives it that, that field watch aesthetic.
Looks good.
That's
Look
nice.
comfortable.
I like that.
Yeah, it looks super comfortable. Very
Pretty good,
nice.
right? Yeah, just this thing is like a pain in the ass to get it to stay straight,
Yeah.
but it's pretty comfortable, very light. I gotta say the watch itself though for titanium is not really the lightest.
Really?
You know, like if you maybe because it's just on such a light strap, it feels top heavy.
Yeah.
But for
yeah,
not very, but for titanium, for titanium it's definitely a little.
yeah.
Let me see, what am I doing here? Let me just take this off. That's it. Let me see if I get it to focus.
Have you gotten some wrist time with it yet? Like how?
I just got it like 2 days ago or a day ago. I haven't even used it yet, but
Okay.
that's it. That's the story. Hope you guys
What?
like it.
I like it. I like the watch a
I
lot.
do too.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Very sure.
Awesome pickup.
It's good.
Nice.
It's nice, but for $550, I don't know, man. Is it
Is it going
$350
up on
maybe?
JJSW already?
Nah, probably not.
Uh,
Probably not. I mean, I wouldn't. You know what? I wouldn't sell it at a massive loss, to be honest. But like, nobody has these on sale right now because they're so new. You're basically paying $550 plus that. You're paying close to $600. I mean, I wouldn't get rid of it for less than $5 at this point. You know, but no, I kind of like it actually. I kind of like it. It serves its purpose. I was gonna get a Black Bay Pro, but I said, you know what? I'd rather have this in titanium and save $2,500. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No brainer.
I like this NH34 movement, the Caller GMT. I know people have a thing where they don't like it. I don't get why. It's so easy to set the date. It's so easy to set the 24-hour. To me, it's a better functioning. It just makes way more. It's way more intuitive. It makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about how they're supposed to be functioned, where you set your GMT hand to GMT and then you travel and you change to the local time, but all I do is I just run the local time on my normal handset, and then I'll just set the GMT time to wherever I'm going. So it's like, really, you just have to think about how you set the time differently to get past the Caller GMT functionality. It does the same shit, you know. Anyways.
Yeah,
that's my rant.
Improvise, right? You just
exactly.
It's not that hard to set 2 time zones if you really need to.
Yeah.
And another thing I like is this. I don't know if you could hear, but
It's got a nice bezel click to it.
yeah,
Nice.
for a GMT to have a click. I mean, obviously, I know why they did it, because on they don't want to make 2 different, sets of bezels and cases for their dive watches. But that's fine. I'm fine with it. I like the satisfaction of clicking it into place.
Is it a unidirectional or is it a bidirectional?
No, bidirectional. It's like Mr. GMT.
Okay. Goes both ways.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I would say that the clicking sound is really good for a titanium, because usually they have the real tinny click. That sounds really good.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's really good. I would say it's almost as good as the Pelagos 39.
It's crunchy.
I mean, it's not as good, but it's close.
Pretty good for a Timex.
crunch.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, see, when you say that, though, just keep in mind it's a $550 Timex. You know
That's what I'm
It's-
saying, but
Right.
still, it's a $550 Timex versus a $3,000 Pelagos. To say it's as good as a Pelagos, that's a great nod to Timex for an amazing job. Well done.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, the clicking for sure. But I mean, I would expect it to be nice at this price point. Like a lot of people say, like they will never buy a Timex at that price point, but I don't know.
Oh, but think about Seiko. Like, I mean, look, I love Seiko, but they're not exactly known for their amazing bezel clicks.
Right.
At
And
the
their
same
prices
price
are
point.
higher. Right.
Yeah, or higher.
I mean, Timex definitely made a jump in their prices, but there's no denying they made a big jump in their quality as well. I don't know who they hired or what they're doing, but their new designs are really good.
Yeah.
The quality is there. It's really nice. I mean, yeah, they're using an NH34, whatever, Oh, actually, what is it? It's not the Seiko movement. Obviously, Seiko has a different name, but what does Seiko buy from?
Miyota?
Miyota, is it? Is that what the NH34 is?
That was-
Miyota
No,
movement?
no, it's a
What-
Seiko. NH34 is a Seiko. It's
Yeah,
the
so
same as the
NH30
4R30.
Citizen is Miyota.
Yeah,
I thought NH is when it's not Seiko's
Seiko.
proprietary.
No,
it's just a
it's
model.
No.
Seiko.
The collection,
Yeah.
the movement
Yeah,
reference
so-
or whatever.
So
Okay.
when that movement's in a Seiko watch, it's a 4R34. When it's sold to a third party, it's an NH34, but it's the same.
There you go. Right. That's
They also outsource they sell their movements to anybody that wants to buy them, correct?
Yep.
yeah. That's the NH. That's the
The
generic.
NH series, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The non-house version.
Right. We got Keslow in the house. He says, if you want to jump in quality, buy your Ulysse Nardin. Why don't you come and show off that Ulysse
Papa.
Nardin that you got, the Keslow original Sin watch? We want to see
The
it.
magma.
Yeah, he's going around all the shows showing it off.
I
He doesn't
know.
come here,
Yeah,
There's been-
come on, man.
Hey,
There's been-
Paul.
There's been a lot of UN talk in the comments today.
Mhm.
Twice. I've seen it twice, which is more than we normally see in any other show.
What's
Are
that
we
all about?
starting a UN groundswell?
Yeah, and maybe we'll see one at some point during this stream. Maybe.
I don't think they get the recognition they deserve. Like, we wouldn't have half the watches we do if they wouldn't make hairsprings for everybody, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they were cool because they were the first brand to use silicon. And then everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're crazy, you know, because silicon's so fragile. And then now everybody does it. Silicium, whatever.
Yeah.
So come on, folks. We need some upvotes as well because we have a couple of unboxings from Blake. Only have 32 upvotes right now. We can do better than that.
Why don't you? So you had topics to cover though before you completely
We
derailed.
sure do. Well, let's
You
talk about. First of all, let me.
Except the Oris.
Yeah. We're skipped. We had the Oris on. Everybody's seen the Miss Piggy.
No, you
We
can talk about the Oris. You can talk about the Oris.
Now we'll talk about the kind of the theme of the show tonight, which is what's coming up in the new year. And we touched upon this a little bit last Friday of all of the watches and models that have anniversaries this year. And it's a lot more than you might think. You've got, of course, the Vacheron 270th anniversary. So you could expect something from Vacheron, you would think, to
That's
commemorate
the
that.
anniversary to come up.
But it's an even number. You've got Breguet now. Breguet for sure, 250. You're going to have something special from them, I would
A
think.
Swatch collaboration.
That's right. A Swatch Breguet Type 20.
It's very safe to say that Ollie is bearish on this year's watch market.
No, I'm not bearish on this year's watch market. It's those Breguet and fucking.
What about
Vacheron.
AP? What about AP?
AP 150.
Let's hear the take.
I
on
mean,
AP.
AP. I have a pretty distinct bias on.
Okay.
They have allegedly discontinued the 15407, the original two, the steel and the rose gold. So now there's the yellow gold and then the steel with the rose gold innards. I think they have to replace those. I don't know that you can not have either of those there. But for the 150, I expect to see way too many Royal Oaks people can't get a hang of, and then I expect to see a number of new interesting codes and the third generation of the code dials.
Okay.
We're going to see the 36 mil marks come out, and a ladies' watch might come out this year, but I think it's still a new ladies' watch. I think it's still too early.
The North America president said there is something coming out. So this is kind of
they can release an update to they can release ladies' watches in the existing Royal Oak code line.
It's going to be a half and half. Entirely. It's going to be like a half and half release year. So I think the second half of the year is going to be more of the new stuff that you're going to see. It's going to be more of the CEOs doing this time around. So she said this will be a transition year. Then 2026 will be full on.
I don't think there's any way that she gets. I don't think there's any way she gets a transition year of her own models this year.
Yeah, I don't think
she gets her own marketing, but not her models.
Yeah,
no, it's going to be half of. It's going to be half of what was already in the pipe, and then she's going to be able to introduce some of her stuff as well. So
I don't think so, Jen. There's how the tooling.
That's what they've said. That's what they've said. That's what AP.
Where's the story? Where's the story?
If you go to. They had it in New York City with Malika Crawford. She talked to the North American president. She talks about that because Malika flat out asked her, what can we expect in 2025? Is it going to be all new stuff?
So another YouTube channel?
Left over? Yeah, it's on the YouTube channel. They did an interview.
Malika's on Hodinky.
Yeah.
So I would assume it's on Hodinky's channel.
Yeah, I think it's on Hodinky's channel. Yeah.
Yeah. She's the watch and style editor for Hodinky.
Yeah. And so she flat out asked her, how is this going to play out? And she said this year, the second half of the year you'll start to see the new movement that they're going to be going in for AP.
The new
like
what?
the new
New
direction
new
that they're
direction.
heading in.
Okay.
Yeah, the new direction that they're heading in. So, yeah, she didn't get too specific, but she did say that. She did break it down that way.
$5 super chat from Mr. Bubba Hotep. I nominate Mitch to announce the race progress tonight. If anyone else agrees, super chat any amount with hashtag Mitch for a memorable race.
I don't know why Mitch needed to take a stray on that one.
And down the stretch they come.
And by the time you finish announcing that, they'll be done. Oh, my goodness. Interesting that we've got the 70th anniversary of the Rolex GMT Master, and they put the picture of the Pepsi, which some people think might be discontinued. I don't, but some people, I think, was it JJ or Ali the other night on Friday who thinks the Pepsi will go? I think the Sprite will go, and they will bring back the Coke for the 70th anniversary. What do you guys think?
I don't think there's a chance of it. I think they gave the Coke through Tudor. I think they answered that question through Tudor. They're like, we're not going to give you the Coke bezel on the Submariner, but we'll give it to you on the Tudor if you want it.
For the record, I said the Batman's going. Coke is going.
Batman, that's true. You did say the Batman. And
Pepsi's a mainstay. I don't see it going.
Yeah.
If they did who said it? Who was saying that they haven't seen a BLNR at their AD in like a
Multiple
year? So
people have said that.
Yeah. The Batman.
So if that's the way they're phasing it out, first of all, I think that's the only smart way to phase it out, because otherwise you're just going to have a fucking riot on your hand.
Oh, I know, right?
I heard that they were
That's the way.
obtainable. I heard that they were available, like here.
Well, so what people were saying, like you weren't on that show where I saw
okay.
it. It was the first time I saw it. Were saying that their ADs and some pretty big ADs hadn't seen a BLNR in like over a year.
Yeah, I've heard that from other ADs as well.
Yeah, so it's like if we have Kessler's join us.
Hey, JJ.
Hey, man.
What about the rest of
Boys.
us? You fucking dipped on that. Hell.
What is that?
That's the UN.
Freak.
What in the world? It's a freak.
That's the Kessler original sin right
It's a
there.
Kessler
Oh
freak.
yeah,
The
That's it,
original
boys.
sin.
so good.
Wait, it's a
Little,
freak with a crown, though.
Freak with the crown.
Yeah.
This is new school, boys. New school.
Right.
How you liking it?
This is some grown-up
Very
shit
cool.
right here.
It's very cool.
Oh,
So light. That watch, I've sold one of those before. Those things are so light.
So what
Cap, you got the
what
last spot. Welcome.
inspired you to buy
I
this?
wouldn't miss this for anything in the world. Hey,
Welcome home,
I'm
Cap.
coming
Welcome home.
home. Hi, Kesslo. I'm home.
Hey, girl.
Oh God.
It's getting creepy.
All right.
Yeah, we're shaking things up. You know,
getting home here.
Kesslo's a
Hold on.
mover and shaker, man. Shit.
Hold on, let me shred the evidence.
Firm.
I thought those were the blackmail pictures, JJ.
I always keep those.
Okay.
Kessler, tell us the story, man. Tell us the story behind this bad boy.
Oh, you know, treasure hunting. We were treasure hunting. You know, I went to that UN event recently, and it kind of opened me up to the brand. I was like, just sort of browsing, and I liked this one. You know, I'd never buy it at retail, but then an opportunity came up, so I jumped on it. I don't know if it's a forever watch, but it's just something to kind of play around with. If you get a free lease, trade it in.
Do you want to say, like, get into what made you buy it, or is that personal? You want to keep to yourself?
I just liked it. It was nothing, not much of a build-up. I just really liked the piece.
Oh.
Something different. It's got some life to it. I've been looking for something like a little more avant-garde, you know, something ceramic, skeleton,
Right.
something like this. So this
Skeleton
kind of
crew, you
checks a lot of
say?
those. Exactly.
I thought you got it to mark a special occasion. That's
That too. That too.
All right.
So is it your third kid then?
No, the red was definitely part of it.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to give too much away. Kessler seems like he doesn't want to mention that, so I'll keep that.
Well, no, we can mention it. No,
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to. I was
did,
like, oh shit.
I did a show called Dexter Original Sin. So if you know the show, that's all sorts of blood, and this was kind of homage to that.
So you did Skeleton Crew and Dexter Original Sin.
Yep. Yeah, they're both out right now.
And yeah, that's like the second half of 2024 and the first half of 2025.
It's funny. So we filmed Skeleton Crew over 2 years ago, though. So that
either
was,
way, that's a pretty big
post.
1 year span for you. That's two big fucking good for you, man.
Yeah. No, it was good. They're both pretty good shows, I think. So if I may say so.
Well, that's the reason I mentioned. I thought it was a pretty cool tie-in. Like, you finished wrapping up Dexter, and this was like your reward watch. I think that's pretty cool because it is, very much in line with the show, right? If anyone watches, I mean, I've watched it for a long time, so super cool. That's why I like this pickup. I think it's an interesting watch to begin with, but just the story itself makes it even more fun.
Dexter, the murder psychopath guy.
Yeah. That would be the one.
Aren't they doing a prequel to how
That's the one I did.
That's the one he's talking about.
I did. Original Sin.
Okay, Original Sin.
And for those who aren't familiar with Kessler, if you want to, so you say you did it.
You did Dexter. You killed people.
I was part of the production team.
So you murdered humans.
There's hundreds of people working on this. It's a big team effort. One small cog in the machine.
It's not that small of a cog.
So did you do ground research? Did you actually wrap anybody up in cellophane? And
he murdered people? Yes.
We have guys, the props department. Yeah,
I knew a guy that did a good.
So let me ask you then about the actual watch. I was discouraged, and then I eventually agreed from getting a Freak back in my good old days, my heydays, that had a crown. What made you do the Freak with a crown?
Well, honestly, it's the only one that fits me. It's 43 mil as it is. It's 49.5 lug to lug, so I can pull this one off. But all those original ones are like 45 mil, and they're really thick. They're really big watches.
They are. So this was a fit.
As much as those are like the iconic, and they're more expensive. Not to mention.
They're a lot more expensive. No question about it.
Yeah. So this is easier to use.
As you just covered, you're a Hollywood bigwig, so you could afford them. So
these are less expensive. So it just it's the more entry level, if you will.
So how does one transition from being a sleek Patek guy to wearing this in the middle of the week? No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
You just mix it up. It's good to mix it up. I think I'm only going to keep this for a short amount of time and then maybe trade it in towards another Patek. The real passion is there.
You scratching an itch at this point? Is that what you're doing?
Exactly. It's been a while. I haven't gotten something in a while. I gotta feed the addiction. And I got it for such a price where it's like, all right, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
Well, we do have 40 upvotes, but of course Blake disappeared. So hopefully as soon as he gets back, we will have the first of his unboxings.
Duco, you just took fire from the chat. I don't know if you want to respond to this. I don't know if you want to respond to this horrible.
Hey, let me tell you, instant coffee for a quickie, it's okay.
Okay, what instant coffee do you drink? Because
Nestle, what is it? Nestle?
Nescafe.
Yeah, it's good instant coffee for a quickie.
So I tried various freeze-dried instant coffees for the road, right? Driving, and had a little boiling pad in the big heavy-duty truck. And every instant freeze-dried coffee I tried gave me like serious stomach issues. Did not like them.
Okay.
Regular old black coffee, whether it's a Keurig or grind or whatever, I'm fine with.
So we bought totally unrelated to instant coffee because instant coffee is crap. What's the little pods? We have a Nest.
Keurig.
Like Keurig.
Oh, you got the Nespresso.
You have the Nespresso.
Nespresso. Yes, I freaking love the Nespresso, man.
Yeah, I bought one of those for my kid and her husband for Christmas.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, they love it.
2 Nespresso pods in the morning. You're set.
Yeah.
Good to go.
I did 4 this morning, and then you got to get a
God.
We got to get a coffee steamer, the milk steamer.
What do you do?
Foam going.
Yeah, and the thing that I bought them for Christmas came with the milk steamer, and so yeah, it was they loved the thing.
But it already comes out kind of frothy. So what is the steamer? You just added like frothy milk to it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's for a latte. It's for a latte.
And cappuccino.
And cappuccino, but
Okay,
it's more of a latte. Yeah, I got a what is it? A brawn, I believe. It's got a thicker bowl, so it's I found the one that came with Nespresso is harder to clean.
Okay.
So there's the bigger one. I think Brevia, maybe the name.
Brevia, yeah, that's one.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. You got to make sure you clean it out because the milk can get
Yeah.
It can be sticky milk and
I
get hard.
do straight black coffee, so that the for me the Keurig pods are like the easiest.
Yeah, that's what I use. I use the Keurig.
Yeah, Keurig's good too. It's better than the instant crap that Duco's drinking.
I don't drink like I have an espresso and a Keurig in my office. I have had.
Take it home. Can't you grab that?
So I have the instant coffee. The reason I went with the cap and I really wanted it to work was that when I was still working, we had a heavy duty truck, a nice big GMC that they actually installed like a kettle in, right? You could boil the water real quick on the road, and the instant coffee was perfect for it. So I totally agree with Duco. Like a quickie, like it's a good. I would love for it to work. But now, anyway, we have our upvotes. And Blake is back. So Blake, you're up for at least one unboxing.
Do you guys want more traditional or do you want more avant-garde?
Avant-garde.
Well, technically it's a traditional watch from avant-garde brand, but
I don't know. We just had a big dose of avant-garde from Kessler.
Dude, did you get a freak?
No. But
holy shit.
He did get a UN.
But I'm gonna unbox this one first.
Guys, it's trending, guys. It's
I know that's
2025. UN is on the upswing, baby.
The movement has begun.
Do you guys want the big box or the little box?
No, the UN first. The UN first.
Okay, all right, it's appropriate.
We can't with Kessler on. We got to do that.
So ironically, have a very similar story. I went to a UN event and I sold UN, and I have mad respect for the brand. The president of North America came on my podcast, and it was episode 22. So I found a watch that 22 is my birthday. My dad passed on the 22nd, and it was episode 22 on my podcast. So it seemed sentimental. And it's a very kind of entry level UN, but it is a badass watch nevertheless.
Nice.
And my pillow is flaky as hell, but
is that the diver?
it is the diver.
Very cool.
There's my 22nd serial. Dude, it wears so good. It wears really, really well. Under warranty. I've been trying to consolidate, so I did a 3-for-1 trade, straight trade, 0 out of pocket.
Can we see the watch?
That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, we love looking at your face, man, but show us the damn watch.
I thought I did.
Let us see it. Let us see
look
it.
how flaky it is. I hate that.
You have dandruff on your watch.
Yes.
That's fucking horrible.
So the date's at 6?
Yeah, the date's
The date is at 6.
Gotcha.
Is that the Maxi Marine?
No, it's just the diver.
Okay.
How's the clicky?
Very clicky.
Yeah, man, exactly. What do they do to you guys at these UN events? They work.
They drug you.
Apparently they do, because as Vimal has noted, $2 Kanaka-san from Vimal. These UN events like Diddy parties, a hostage situation.
Damn it, Vimal.
I think
bastard.
I think what's cool is, they have legit heritage. They started making marine chronometers, and then, they started making watches for like their best customers. Obviously you're talking a long time ago, right? But they're a cool brand that's got legit. I think they've got legit heritage. They make a great product. The team behind it is incredible. It's a very
you know what? I got a
passionate brand.
I have a real question. Young Brando actually said that we were talking about. I actually like Sartorial art, and I like Halthrix and some of these other brands that they're making custom watches. And I'm not ready for a custom watch because I still want, the word you're using is heritage, but I want some history, some reliability behind them, serviceability, stuff like that. So I'm not ready for them yet. But he was like, well, I want a brand like that has real heritage, cachet, history, yada, yada. And he excluded a whole bunch of brands from the mix. Now, in my view, UN and Blancpain, and there's a number of other brands I would consider Phoenix brands. They have a history, but not that has been contiguous at the brand. Right? And for me, then it just becomes like it's a name that people bought. Right? So if you take a look at what's happened with Universal Genève, like that's Universal Genève as well. There's no way anybody's going to convince me. I'm super excited for the releases, but you can't tell me like Universal Genève has this or that because nobody's there anymore. It's like they bought a name and none of the soul of Universal Genève is still there.
Phoenix brand. You can say the same thing about Longue, though. You know, there's a bunch of good brands.
I know, but I would say that about UN as well. Like that's the thing is that. So does it really matter that they're heritage brands anymore? I don't think it does because most of the brands that are not the top 4 or 5 sellers have no fucking heritage anymore. They've exchanged hands so many damn times.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to debate that, right? I mean, I would agree. I mean, heritage doesn't matter in a modern world, you know, to a degree. You know, when I'm looking, the way that I've started to look at my collection is I'm trying to diversify with brands and complications, you know, and so I'm trying to get new brands in and maybe get some of the old brands out or watches that I have brands that I have an affinity towards that I just don't, you know, I had 3 Breitlings and I was only wearing 1, you know, and so, you know, I was like, okay, do I really wear this? You know, but anyways, so I'm trying to open up to new brands, and just it is contagious. You know, I think, you know, I mean, if you've been to one of their events, it is contagious how they talk about the brand, how they frame the brand, they talk about the future of the brand, the direction. It's just a good group, you know.
So, I agree with you. I think UN does. I've been to a UN sponsored event. I think they do a really good job with presenting the brand in the best possible light. On the flip side, and I don't know this about UN, so I'm definitely not saying that's UN. And I, for risk of alienating a potential future guest, I won't say which brand, but I was at another major brand event where they had the full like history laid out and everything of the brand, right? And I knew it was all bullshit. Like they were just lying, right? So, like, I've become very skeptical, especially after the Rolex book, man. That Rolex book was just full of shit, dude. Right? I've become very skeptical of a lot of these brands.
We want to.
Now, I like UN. I do like UN. Oh, go ahead, Robert. Go.
No, I was going to say we want to thank Madman for his $5 Australian super chat. Love their divers. Congrats.
Thank you.
And you're getting a lot of congrats in the chat there for the new acquisition. Beautiful watch, man. It really is.
Something that I was surprised about is, so like I said, I did a 3-for-1 trade, $0 out of pocket. I got rid of 3 watches that I never wore, 3 mid-range watches.
Which watches? Just tell us.
I got rid of a Breitling Colt.
Oh yeah.
I got rid of a Nomos Campus Club, and then I got rid of my. I'm sure you guys probably saw this coming. My Grand Seiko 9F.
Are you kidding me?
Quartz.
It didn't last.
No, I'm gonna hang on to. No, I'm gonna hang on to my my limited edition Grand Seiko for now, like with the spring drive. But I had the 9F Quartz, and I just don't wear any of my Grand Seikos. So even though
that seems to be something that nobody wears any of their Grand Seikos.
It was a beautiful watch. But I just was like, look, if I'm gonna grab a Grand Seiko, I'm probably gonna grab the limited edition Blue Dial one that just came out. And so it's just a 3-for-1 trade, and all my watches were out of warranty, and this was under warranty. Not that that really matters, but in the serial number.
I would have taken that trade. That's a good trade.
I felt good about it. And yeah, I mean, it literally my Colt was just a black dial, divers tool watch.
I remember when you showed that. Yeah.
And it literally fits right in. So I've been talking to you, and I'm getting a bracelet coming in for it, like a 3-link. So
that'd be nice.
It just wears so good. It's calf leather. Somebody was asking about it in there.
Oh yeah, somebody wanted to know if it was sailcloth. Yeah, no.
No.
Oh no, but Ulysse Nardin, you got to call it veal. It's a veal strap.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, veal. It is veal.
Can you please explain that, Kessler?
It's made out of.
It's just marketing, Swiss marketing. Same as
I know, but
it's made out of veal calf skin.
So 42.
So they kill baby cows?
Hold on. Is it really made out of veal calf skin? That's hilarious. Please tell me that's true.
I have no idea.
That's what they say on the website.
I have no. I have no idea. It's very soft. It's very soft. It's very pliable.
Then it is from babies. Yeah.
It could be from baby.
Slaughtered baby cows. That's what you're
probably only like 3 days old.
This is amazing.
Could be.
Somebody notify PETA, and we're just gonna fuck up Blake's day.
I mean, they're gonna fuck up my day.
And they served veal at the event. They served veal at the event on top of it.
Oh my god! I know that
the baby calves were just ripped away from their mother's udder.
If there's any like if I can get off the hook for a second here, I have been in contact with you, and I am getting a bracelet. I don't intend to wear this strap very much, and I also want to purchase the Velcro. They have like a Velcro like fabric, like NATO, or you know what I mean. That type of style fabric, hook and loop strap. And I've got one of those coming in.
Yeah, I think their Velcro is made from 2-day-old rabbits, baby rabbits.
It could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
Bunny.
Oh,
it's made from the scalp of 3-day-old bunnies.
Look at that.
Tell me about the lambs, Clarice. Tell me about the squealing lambs.
Poor Blake. He's on the house.
I mean, you're not hurting my feelings.
Get that metal strap soon. Get that metal strap.
Screaming.
It's coming.
Right,
it's coming.
So is this one fogged up or anything, or is this one like in good working order?
Oh my god!
This one has been pressure tested along with the other one. They're all pressure tested now. Okay. So.
All right, cool.
So, yeah.
Very
So
good.
We're all good.
I wanted to talk a little bit about history and heritage of brands, and your take on all the brands that you mentioned, the Phoenix brands, right? The interrupted history, Lange, Blancpain, the list goes on and on. Do you feel that it might elevate the brands that do have that continuous heritage and or history that you can kind of trace back to, the 17 or 18 or 1900s, early 1900s, like Vacheron, Patek, Rolex.
I think in 20 years nobody will give a fuck. They're using heritage now. They're like attaching themselves to heritage, and it's just a cool little marketing gimmick for now. But in 10, 20, maybe 30 years, like I don't think anybody will give a fuck. I think it'll be the modern trendsetters that I could be speaking out of my ass here, but people might be turning in that direction of caring less about heritage and more about innovation.
It's one thing to restart a brand and produce watches that have no design connection to the past versus producing watches that do have a design
Exactly.
to the past.
That's a great point I never considered. Like, look at Universal Genève, who's probably got a huge archive, or look at all these brands that have archives going back to who knows when, and they can literally just like copy and paste a design, re-release it, sell it. But if you look at brands that are pushing the envelope that have no history, no heritage, where they're coming up with new designs on, in modern times and considering modern innovation, modern design techniques, modern proportions, innovation, innovation is there versus,
I don't. Okay, so I think there's a generational divide that goes into this cap. Clearly heritage matters, even if it is a Phoenix brand, because if it didn't, then Christian Dior and bloody Hermes, Chanel, half of the LVMH portfolio, Loewe, Berluti, all of those things would be obliterated by now if people didn't care. They
But
still
you're talking
care
about
very much.
talking about fashion versus jewelry. Usually,
But it's the same thing with Cartier and Bulgari and Jacob and Co. And right, so you have the situation where people clearly still care about at least perceived heritage. The question becomes: do people really care about contiguous, like, manufacturing heritage anymore? I think the answer is no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I agree.
We have a $5 super chat from Marco. Hey, Marco. I'm sorry, but I have to hear Mitch say, "I'm Batman" right now. Mitch.
All right. I'm Batman.
Fantastic. All right, Jen. Sorry I interrupted.
Yeah, as the female contingent here, I would have to say for me, it's more about design language. Yeah, we've gone back to heritage models, but I think to the buyer, it's more of these are designs that speak to us. It's not designed by a bean counter that's trying to, limit the money for people that are doing the designs. These are people that were given carte blanche to come up with some amazing things. And those designs are rolling back around. I mean, I think Cartier is a perfect example of that. I don't think Cartier has ever really had a low point. I just don't think people realize how strong Cartier has been for so long. And their designs are so strong that, I mean, I don't know many brands that you can go, you have the Santos, you have the Panther, you have the Tank, you have all these different, styles that are strong sellers.
Hold on, Jen. About it this way. I want you to objectively think about this, because you just made the heritage argument without trying to make it. You said it's a design language thing.
But I don't think people are thinking about the fact that it's like, that it's an older model. It's just they like the design.
But the design is the heritage.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is the design is the heritage,
but it's
because
not so much
the Santos
from
and
the
the Tank,
70s or 80s. It's just
but the
I like
Santos
that.
and the Tank. No, but the Santos and Tank. If anybody else releases a watch that resembles remotely close to, even Patek just released a Cubitus, and we all said it's a bloody Santos. Like, so they've earned, that's the heritage that they've established with their design language. It's the same thing with Chanel's lambskin, like weave and stuff. That's still heritage, right? Like, if heritage didn't matter as much as design language, then LVMH and Bernot would not be like one of the richest men in the world and continue to grow at a ridiculously at a ridiculous clip. My question to Jen is: are you a watchmaking company if all you were known for is design? My question for Jen is: are you a watchmaking company?
Yeah, Gerald Genta. He's known for
he's not
design.
a company.
No, but Gerald Charles, he's a company.
Frank Muller.
Yeah, it's all. That's what they're known for, design.
Did you just say Hublot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who said that, Blake?
Blake.
I mean, they're obviously not a heritage brand, but they're just known for design. Like, a lot of you guys don't even really consider them a real watch company, but they have a very unique design language.
And they're not known for their movements or movement innovation.
I didn't say anything about movements.
No, I'm just saying they're not known for anything other than
thinking.
that.
Yeah.
I think. But one point that we were talking about Phoenix brands is what happens, and this was brought up in the chat earlier, but I forgot to highlight it, is what if you're like Breitling and you bought the heritage? Can you claim it?
Rolex does. Rolex, in that book, one of the biggest controversies were the ads that said Rolex's founding years were X when they clearly weren't. Rolex, they decided that their founding date was now going to be companies' portfolio that they bought like 30 years into their existence, right? I mean, so a lot of companies do. But back to Cap's question, though. I really do think Cap's question is a good question, and I think it's a generational thing. The answer is that new buyers don't care about heritage. But just like everything else, when your buying power increases, suddenly Lexus isn't as good as Mercedes, even if on bloody paper it's better. The innovation no longer matters at a certain point. It becomes a status thing because you have the money to influence the status. So when you get up to the age bracket, I mean, Jen's younger, Blake's not that much younger than us, but he's a little bit younger, right?
I'm almost the same age as you.
I'm 35.
I'm 45.
I thought you were. Okay, I thought you were in your. I thought you were.
I'm 41. So
no.
But when you get up to a certain age bracket, right? And Chris, you said you're 41.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody in this panel, including Blake to a certain extent, falls into that. Where you get to a certain point where, when you can afford the heritage brands, they actually do. It does become important. But if you're in your 20s and you're going through it, then companies like Formex really do look really interesting, and companies like Brew look really interesting, and companies like Gorilla look really interesting. But if you've had a Gorilla, then suddenly you can afford, a code, then the Gorilla's not nearly as interesting anymore, right? If you had a Brew and suddenly you can afford a Frank Muller Vanguard, Brew's not nearly as interesting anymore. Right. So I think it does matter. And then you go to a steady state when you've reached the JJ levels or the Kessler levels and above, where once you've reached that level, then you can dip all the way back down into whatever the hell you want. The Timex of the world, the Christian Wards of the world, everything but Invicta. Right. And enjoy it.
I think brands are starting to realize, I mean, I was talking to Bubba on the phone before the stream, and we were talking about this because obviously I have a relationship with Hublot, and
look, we don't judge you for your relationships, but really, if you want to, your Tinder profile is not meant to be on this show.
I am in contact and I communicate with Hublot marketing, and
how do you lubricate when you're getting down and dirty with Hublot? I'm just, asking for a friend.
Just raw dog. Just raw dog.
Raw dog your Hublot? Oh, man.
No.
I don't want to see those babies. That's going to be some fucking ugly babies. God damn.
But jokes aside, brands like Hublot are starting to kind of realize that their demographic is not us. They're not enthusiast. It's not an enthusiast brand. Really.
Well, they've known that. That's why they advertise what they do.
And they're starting to. They just announced a partnership with a young group of DJs. Like Medusa is the name of the DJ group, which is like, I mean, if you're listening to that, you're like in your mid-20s. Like.
See, but Hublot did it the right way. When they're doing this, Hublot's always understood this. And they've always said that that's their target market. On the flip side, Mr. Benny Haha left AP in a mess where he's like, we're going to do these pop culture, like we're going to do these massive collaborations on watches that people can't possibly fucking afford. Like, so it's like we've reached the demographic of people that can't afford it. Therefore, we have to release Cactus Jack pajama bottoms that you can buy in a fucking online web store. Like, that was just fucked up. And they just did the Kapow nonsense. It's like, you can't do a collaboration to reach a younger audience that can't afford your goddamn product. And it's the reverse of what Swatch did with the Swatch Blanc Bond. They released the Swatch Blanc Bond, and then they released the Blanc Bond. It was $12,000, and it was 9-karat gold. It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, if you walk up to anybody and they're like, I don't have 14-karat gold, I don't have 10-karat gold, I have 9-karat gold. At that point, you're buying fucking steaks at the Dollar General store. It's like, that was fucked up for Blancpain. Like, that wasn't Blancpain's messaging. But now we know who blew. Yeah, we know.
Well, I mean, there's some questionable collaborations, like they did a watch with Jokovic, but like my generation is not into Jokovic. Like he's
but they did a watch with Fuente. The cigar watches. This is their fourth watch they've done with Fuente. The thing is, Hublot, they can do that because they did the bloody Nespresso recycling pod watch.
Yep.
Right? They can mass produce collaborations because people can actually get a Hublot. Even if they aren't necessarily always affordable, they can actually get them. Because even if you have AP money to buy the Cactus Jack, if you're a young person and you have that crypto fucking gold money, right? You've just forked over Doge, Bitcoin, whatever else, right? You can't get one anyway. Hublot, there's very few models of Hublot you can't just walk in and fucking get.
Oh yeah, all of them.
Back when JCB took over Hublot, he did make a push for the enthusiast market. I know because I had a lot of associations with him back in the day, and he would get crowds of watch enthusiasts to show up to dinners and parties and all.
Yeah, I think that was a notable part of their history that he tried that. And actually, it was Alex, the watchmaker, right? Perpetual Time. He made a very good case on Hublot has actually more like pedigree than people give them credit for, and they have some interesting things that that more than people give them credit for, and a lot of that has to do with Biver, right? So I think Hublot's a winning brand, whether you like it or not. They're a winning brand. And I got into the boutique. I've covered this on there a number of times. I got into the boutique. I liked a lot of their design language, but like literally the watches popped off my goddamn wrist. It was not okay. Like that was weird as fuck. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like there's no possible way I can risk that.
Blake, I have a question. Did you mention Djokovic? What did you say? What did you say?
Yeah, Djokovic. The tennis player?
Djokovic.
Yeah, whatever.
People in your generation are into him?
They're not.
You're 35? No. He's like 35. He's like 38 years old and the greatest. I'm not even a Djokovic
they're not
fan.
They're not into
I love
tennis,
Nadal.
They're not into
tennis.
Buddy.
That's
not
different.
Into tennis.
Not into tennis.
Tennis
Okay,
is dying. But if you do look at
because I'm like he is your generation. You realize
look
that,
at
right?
look at
He's
the
your
younger.
age.
Look at the younger generation that's coming really hard in tennis right now, like Carlos Alcaraz, or Francis Tiafoe, some of those younger dudes that are literally on.
Yeah, they're like 22 years old, but Djokovic might be the greatest tennis player of all time, and he's still playing.
100%. Like he's an amazing tennis player.
Never heard of him. Who the fuck is that?
You heard of Nadal, though. You heard of Nadal.
No, I have not. I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about tennis.
Okay, the only tennis player you need to know about is Sabalenka. That's the only one.
I don't know who the freak that is either.
You want to
also a young,
and she's an AP.
super young. Yeah.
She's also an AP person. You want to look her up.
Yeah.
Just trust me.
But no, Cap. To answer your question, like, who do you think they're going to look up to? Like somebody like Francis Tiafoe or like Carlos Alcaraz. Or Djokovic or
Blake, I think you and I, right? We grew up like in the public school system. I think if the kids are going to Beverly Hills private school or New York private school, they're looking up to Djokovic.
Could be, or maybe their parents, got them in. I don't know.
Well, they're attending the U.S. Open, sort of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? That dovetails very nicely into heritage because, and you just hit on it with parents, right? And what you're growing up with. I think as well. And I think, Blake, you're a little bit of an outlier only because you're so deep in the rabbit hole of all of the brands and all of the indies and the micro brands. And
his
all
wrist
these
is
brands.
So lonely.
He's got a lonely ass wrist, this guy. But, the Pateks and those types of companies, the Rolex, those stories are passed down. I mean, it is a little bit cliche, right? You don't own a Patek, you pass it down or hold on to it, whatever they
You pass down your spot in the line at the guy.
I've heard that before, but I don't know if that's true.
So I'm just saying that, and Cartier is a really good example of, when kids grow up and get older, their parents are telling them about Cartier, and then they might look into it a little bit more and research it, and the house of Cartier and the design and that kind of thing. So I don't know. I'm just pushing back a little bit on this. Heritage doesn't give.
What would you say is
no
more
one gives
powerful?
a fuck about heritage. I just can't. I can't get behind that. I love independent brands as well. Yeah. I do. I actually look at how old they are. And so a lot of the newer brands are like 25 years old. The ones that I like, the Journes. They're developing more heritage, right? And they're going to, hopefully get there if they stay around.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me pin it back on you. So what do you think is going to be more important in the long term, right? So I got a watch from my dad. It was a Breitling, right? And I have a strong relationship with Breitling for that exact reason, that my dad was a Breitling guy. So you, right? Let's just say you got a Vacheron or whatever from dad or whatever, Longa. Don't you think that's going to be more impactful than having a relationship with that brand, more so than the perceived heritage of what they've done in the past versus no fucking idea where they're going in the future?
Sure, you're absolutely right. But that applies to everything in life.
So
But that's not a majority of the purchases in the market, though. That's not even close to a small percentage of the purchases.
You're right.
But I'll tell you, I didn't get any of those watches from my dad, but or anyone in my family. But no. But what I'm saying is, I'm like, even now, I'm looking at I didn't really know the history of Hoyer, and so I'm looking at vintage Hoyer and their heritage. Because I think it's important, right? Especially, and I'm not a big race guy, but Formula One and that whole thing with tag, and I know Robert is, a big tag guy as well, and others on this panel. So I don't know. I'm just saying, you get into the history of the horology, and then you dig into it, and some of it is manufactured history. Like, let's be honest, Rolex is great at marketing, right? I mean, that's Hans Willdorf claim to fame could be not only the watches they created back in the day, but the stories they told, right, and the marketing and the,
it's a romanticizing like fabrication. Like look at all the great shit that doesn't exist anymore.
I should actually, and I hate to do this. I hate to defend. I hate to defend Hans Willdorf, but as far as I can tell, based on the work that Presco did, Jose Petroica, and a couple other people did, it wasn't Hans Willdorf himself that was doing he was already out of the picture by the time the fanciful tales in Rolex marketing became mainstream. Just for the record cap, I want to clarify that it doesn't appear that he was a P.T. Barnum himself, whereas like Jacob and Co., is actually like the current family, they're P.T. Barnums.
I heard a rumor, and I don't know if this is true, but I'm just going to say it, and everybody can do their homework. But there was a point where the people from Rolex approached the people from Omega and said, hey, let's do our thing together and figure out how we can cut costs, manufacturing costs, and how we can deliver more product. And so Rolex was focusing on scaling up and lowering the production time.
That's not a rumor. That's in the book.
Yeah. And then Omega was like, what was Omega like? Go fuck yourself. Like, we're never gonna cut corners on our watches. Right. And now if you look at Rolex, Rolex is the benchmark for quality, precision, manufacturing. Right.
But so because they don't strive too high. This is Rolex. People go like Rolex is. It's hard to say that Rolex is Lexus. Rolex is more along the lines of the very top trim of a Toyota, but it will last multiple generations, 400,000 miles. Like, if you do what you're supposed to do with it, you can go to war with it and come back, sort of thing, right? Like, they have not strived too far for most of their history. It's only in fairly recent years that they've reached for the stars, so to speak, and they've done so primarily not in any engineering feat. It's their materials and their finishing on the materials.
Yes.
The closed case back and stuff, nothing about the engineering is there. They've just decided that now we can put the best possible trim on a watch, and they're not wrong.
And they create designs that will fit readily into their manufacturing process.
So
Yes,
there's Rolex is a design company, right? I mean, I think we can. Maybe, am I the only person?
Rolex is a design company, like IKEA is a design company.
Yeah.
Like, they go from the back. They start at the end. Where like IKEA is like, we need to be able to fit X number of things on a pallet. Rolex is like, we need to be able to produce X number of watches at this cost, and we're going to work the design backwards.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard to sit here, and I don't think maybe some of you guys will disagree, but I think it's hard to sit here. And if you look at some of the history of other watch brands out there, the heritage, Rolex doesn't have it. Like, Rolex really doesn't have it.
Okay, so here's where I don't like defending Rolex. Rolex heritage. Okay. History Rolex does not have as long of a history as even Omega, right?
Right.
Rolex absolutely has the heritage because heritage is also a function of society and pop culture. And Rolex won that battle fucking hands down. You don't have books writing, you don't have Ian Fleming writing in his book about, and he was wearing an Omega constellation. Like, you don't have any author really that I could think of. If you actually just look in literary, like the past 50 years, 6 years of novelizations, the novelization, right, source material is always Rolex. The Rolex idea of exploration and Mount Everest, and that's in part because of advertising. Same if you think about the Nike way, right? Like Nike doesn't have the historical heritage of, say, Adidas, right? I think Adidas is an older company, like by far, but they have established the cultural norms by which everybody else is judged now, and that's heritage as a whole. Heritage is not just a function of history; it's a function of societal norms as well. And I think in that sense, Rolex has, for better or worse, fucking goddamn won.
Well, we barely have to a degree. We don't have any documented proof of that. Like if you look at like Tenzing Norgay, who they say scaled Mount Everest for the first time in an Explorer, whatever, there was really no like factual backing to that.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. They've already won the war. That's the point. If they did, the fact that we just covered that earlier, that the book is full of a bunch of lies, right? We know it is, but they've already won the war, and that's their heritage.
Yeah. I mean,
that's it. I mean, real quick though, I don't want to, because we completely derailed the whole show that Robert had set up. Robert had a beautiful show for you. And Robert usually likes to run an hour and a half show.
No, we'll go for 2. But Duco brought this up in the chat. So the new Speedmaster teaser trailer coming out next week, a week from today.
Yes.
What?
Yes, pull it up, baby.
Yeah, it's up.
What do you guys think?
It looks like a meteorite dial. I see some meteorite there. It looks like.
And you've got a moon phase.
Is it a new dark side of the moon?
I don't know. I just saw it advertised.
They're taking the Omega swatch and bringing it back to Omega.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking asshole for saying that. I can't unsee that now. I can't unsee that now.
It's a $15,000 Omega swatch in metal.
Complete calendar.
The Speedmaster Bio Ceramic Precious Ceramic.
Isn't the Speedmaster moon phase? Let's see.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
There is a Speedmaster moon phase already, but it's not a dual hemisphere moon phase.
You're right.
Moon phase.
They had the Aventurine
to release time-only watches with ceramic bezels. I know people hate the word. I don't. I like the design of the Omega Seamaster better than the Rolex.
Hey, baby. Hey.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I want one.
Look at that.
But I don't like the goddamn aluminum bezel.
For sale.
No,
what do you mean
I don't
aluminum bezel? It's ceramic.
That one's ceramic, but they have some of the liquid metal shit, aluminum or whatever, liquid metal, aluminum, whatever it is.
Seaman Master ceramic.
That is a ceramic bezel, but not a lot of them. Even the Speedy has the aluminum bezel.
Soon to be for sale.
I love that watch. I'm going to sell it.
Why don't you just
Well, somebody bought a new Ingenieur, and I have to pay for the bastard.
Yeah.
Why are you paying for Kurt's Ingenieur?
I'm paying for my Ingenieur, but I need more links for it. I'm waiting for links.
Did you get which one did you get? Did I miss that? I missed that. The blue one? The dark blue one?
No, the black.
And
whatever this new Omega is, it'll be too thick.
That's an older one.
No, it's a brand new one.
No, that's the new one.
That's hard to tell from the blurriness.
Yeah, I know. All right, here we go.
He fixes the internet, but it's not a camera. Just work with him.
Shut up.
Another Joma buy.
Wait,
no. It's a Marco buy. It's a Marco Ferrante.
Before I forget, Robert, didn't Chris have an unboxing?
I have another one.
Yeah, he has another one. That's the one we've got plenty of upvotes for it. We've got Let me
Chris,
see.
did
Are
you
we
want to
over
do an
50?
unboxing on air?
No, I don't have any unboxings, unfortunately.
Okay, all right. So, all right.
Looking
Well, you can go to
good.
Watch
Yeah.
Gauge and you can buy your own watch that you can unbox on air. Not Chris,
We
everybody
have-
else. Chris already owns Watch Gauge.
We do have 51 upvotes, so I think that is enough for the
For Blake
final
to do number
unboxing
2?
of the evening from Mr. Blake. That's
So a Chinese watch.
Are you serious? No,
Maybe.
the box is made in China. Don't fuck around with us.
So it's been a watch I've been looking to acquire for quite a long time.
If you pull out an Attila one, I'm gonna fucking ban you.
We've actually been talking about them for a little bit already. And I found I think probably one of the cheapest ones in the world again, and it's been pressure tested, so don't worry.
So you bought it from Nate? Okay, got it.
No. One I was looking to acquire at some point.
Okay.
the Santos.
the
So you bought it
medium.
from Nate. Yes, he's lying. That's okay.
No, I didn't. I bought it from a pawn shop in Seattle, and it came with a really gross strap, and it came with no bracelet, watch only, and it's there's no cabochon, so it's a project, but it runs well. It's pressure tested, and I'm looking forward to getting it on wrist. All the Cartier boutiques were closed today for inventory, so I wasn't able to go get a strap, sadly, because I would have been wearing it already. But yeah, I've been looking to add this one to the collection for a while, and it was just a no-brainer at the price I paid. And
did you pay the price that was on that post-it note?
No, this is the bracelet. This is the bracelet price, and the bracelet.
Okay.
I paid about three grand, so which I thought was pretty fair. I opened it up. It's already in my Cartier portfolio, and then the only thing that I think I'm kind of figuring out is the WSSA 0010, which is the last generation of the Santos medium, which is the first generation that came out with the quick release, and that deployant is the old deployant where they fold in to the inside of the strap. So it's like a fold over strap. So I might change this out, but that's the only real difference between this one and the new one. So yeah,
That's for what it is. That's an amazingly good shape.
It is. I mean, my wife said something about how it looks thrashed already, but I thought it looked okay. I mean, it's gonna look like this after a week, anyways.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Dude, my Santos, I got it almost brand new, and within 2 weeks, like the whole bezel was just completely beat up and scratched. And
this is a probably better way to see it. I mean, it's
Yeah,
hard
it's
to
just
show,
how it
but
is.
yeah,
It doesn't. I mean,
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's just the way it's going to be.
So for $3 grand, I felt like it was a no-brainer. Especially
It's got
considering the
character.
the cheapest one that I saw was $5 grand. So I've kind of got enough in there to get it serviced if I want to obviously put a new crown on there and to buy the bracelet. The bracelet, this is how much the bracelet's gonna set me back. So
That's why I was wondering if that's what you paid for, because I saw the poster and I'm like, if you paid $1,370 for that.
that would have been awesome.
Highway
but no,
roll.
I wish. Yeah. I wish. And this has been a long time coming because I went back and forth on the Santos Dumont. And I just felt like there's more utility here. You know, there's more day-to-day application versus the Santos Dumont, which is very dressy, and I can only probably pull it off in dressier situations. Nate will probably come on and stab me for saying that. But no, I felt that this is more versatile. So here it
Nate
is.
has his on a rubber strap. What are you
That's
talking about?
that's what I was saying.
Right.
Like,
I was
put
going
this
to
in
say,
that.
just get a rubber strap and it's a sports watch.
I like. I'm going through a bracelet phase. So I want everything I have. I want at least a bracelet for everything that I have for the most part. So yeah.
Well, I think that's great, man. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
like it.
watch.
Very nice.
Thank you.
A
Thank you.
huge
I'm super happy. So
We will remind you that since Ali is here, we can do a race this evening. So if you want to get in on the
What
race,
the fuck? I didn't say we could do a race. Robert just bossed me around.
oh, okay, fine. Since
JJ,
Ali-
can we do a race
Wanted to.
tonight?
JJ had to step away.
So since Ali is here, we might do a race. No, we're going to do a race. Get it ready. No, I'm just kidding. Do what you want. But if you would like to get in on either this race, if we do it tonight, or the next one, shoot us a super chat or a member chat or a what else? You can join the channel if you're not a member already. Join the channel, and we'll pick out a couple of you as well who have been active in the chat for free entries. So right now we only have 5 people in the race, so your chances are really good, and we especially want Captain to enter so he has a good chance to win as well.
We have 7 people in the race. I'm not sure where.
7 people in the race. Sorry, I just saw 5 super chats. So 7 people in the race. So let's go, everybody. We'll have a race coming up. I wanted to bring this up real quick. Let me do this. The watches of the Golden Globes, and this answers a question that came up on Sunday's show of who in the heck is going to buy and I'm not sure if you bought it, the new Eternal Calendar. So that's coming up.
Oh God, I saw that.
The Rock had one.
The Rock had it.
He didn't buy it.
No, I'm sure IWC gave it to him or at least loaned it to him to place it on the red carpet, one or the other. But, you've got Andrew Garfield, which I thought was interesting because he's normally an Omega guy.
He's normally an Omega guy, yeah.
Yeah, and so he's wearing a JLC Reverso. Interesting that I guess maybe his partnership with Omega lapsed or quit, and first of the year he's a JLC guy. I don't know. But,
most of the watches and jewelry are loaned.
Right.
Yeah. It's designed, I think it's by their fashion wardrobe or something, like their stylists or whatever. Which I
Michelle Yeoh is the spokesperson for
Richard Mille.
Richard Mille.
Yeah.
And she was wearing a Richard Mille on the carpet.
I know one thing. The women are going crazy over the Andrew Garfield Golden Globes talk that he gave when he was co-announcing some award.
I haven't seen. It's
all over TikTok, dude. They're going crazy.
Man. I just want to point out that watch is insanely beautiful. That is my favorite Reverso.
Yeah, they don't care about the watch.
Yeah, I don't care about them. Okay, I don't care about them.
About the watch.
I'm gonna call it a night, guys, ma'am.
Hey, thank you for stopping by, Chris. Have a good one,
ladies, gentlemen.
See ya.
You guys.
So
thank you, Cap and Kesselitz, by the way. I know Cap had to drop and Kesselitz had to go. So
yeah, Kesselitz had a dinner to get to, and so we want to thank them for stopping by. Interesting. I love this Vacheron, the gold with the green dial on Glenn Powell. Daniel Craig, of course, wearing an Omega, but not a new Omega. So he didn't leak this upcoming Speedmaster on the red carpet.
He's running out of new Omegas to wear.
Yep. Yeah, but nice watch there. Here's your Eternal Calendar with the Rock. So
what the Rock is cooking.
Yep.
Cooking for eternity.
He is a big watch guy, though, from what I know.
He is, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that is his, but yeah, it's probably on.
It's probably his for free.
Yeah. Wear it on the red carpet and just
he doesn't care.
You'd be surprised at how many of these brands just want to be on the wrist of somebody famous, and watches are flown left and right to anybody who will wear it, and in a high profile situation like this. So,
I know poor Kevin Hart. He couldn't get an AP to save his life for a number of years.
Yeah. So here's an Omega for you. A 28 millimeter. Yeah. 28 millimeter watch. He likes small watches, this guy. Coleman Domingo. Yeah.
I don't even know who that is, but
yeah, well, it says here in the thing that he's worn both a Cartier Crash and a Tank Francais, which are both, of course, small watches on the red carpets before. So this time he had an Omega, another Reverso Tourbillon.
Ooh.
Man, that's a nice watch too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's this.
Ooh.
I like VC, but I don't like that one.
That makes total sense for him.
It does.
But
it
Jeff
makes sense for him.
Goldblum, yeah, it's just so cool. I mean,
but I can't deal with all the diamonds on that thing. And then Kieran Culkin with the red Milgauss.
The red Milgauss, baby.
Dude, I love
finally appeared.
But his watch choices are fantastic, man.
Yeah, but he's a big Omega guy too. He wears Omega on almost every red carpet.
IWC all over, Succession, Omega, all of those. JLC, he loves all of it.
Yeah. So that was just something I thought we might bring up just because of the eternal calendar that we were talking about on Sunday and who would get that. Well, now we know at least one guy who he got one, whether he paid for it or not, different story. $2 super chat from Mobster. I would like 1 ticket submission to the race, please. You've got it. Now you just have to convince Ali to do it. Please look at Duco, please. Look at the sincerity. Let me bring this up full screen. Look at the sincerity on his face. Oh my!
I added
Duco
and Captain to the race.
I haven't had internet. I haven't had real internet in like 5 weeks. Just
you're just happy to have real internet.
I'm so happy to be here with everyone.
We're just about ready to race. We'll give you 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes if you want to get into the race. We've already added 2 folks, Duco and Captain. So if you want to get into the race, just shoot us a super chat or a member chat like AB did, and he's in the race as well. I like that reverso. We do too. Thank you, AB, and you were in the race. So shoot us a member chat or a super chat or join the channel. It's your chance to join the channel. Question from Drill Phil Bill. Duco, how do you like the Ingenieur? I tried it on. Whoops. There you go. I love you peoples from Duco, $2. So now we have another space for a free entry. We'll figure that out in a minute. How do you like the Ingenieur? I tried it on and just haven't decided to pull the trigger. What do you think, Duco?
Well, okay. So first off, it's a little tight. I do need to add another link. Marco has one on order for me. But I do love it. I bought it from Marco Ferrante. I got it at an amazing price. So for what it is, I've never had an integrated bracelet watch. I love it. I love the dial. I like the I guess you would call it a checkerboard pattern. It's I really like it. I enjoy it. I've never had a watch like this. I've pretty much only had Rolex and Omegas. I'm enjoying it. So what's cool is that the pilot, the pilot clasp that has the little push button that is adjust on the IWC Mark 20 and the other pilot watches, it actually will fit this watch. So if you go online, there is a ton of people that are calling IWC boutiques and they're buying the adjustable clasp with the little push button and putting on these watches it's the same class that's on the Glashuta. And I forget the other brand that they're actually all from the same warehouse. So it makes the Ingenieur even better. So I have that on order as well. But yeah, I love it. I really enjoy it.
That buckle will change your life once you get it. That's like the best buckle.
Like changing my life.
Life changing.
So yeah, if you go on Reddit and you or YouTube and you look at the IWC Ingenieur with the adjustable clasp, there's a bunch of people that put it on and
they look good.
It looks good. It blends in well, surprisingly. They pull the butterfly clasp off and put the push button clasp on, and it fits perfect.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
want to thank Peter for joining the channel. And now that you have joined the channel, you can instant message on Instagram or you can email watchhangout@gmail.com. They'll send you a link to have access to our WhatsApp group. You can join all of us on the panel here or in the WhatsApp group, along with about 100 other folks, and it's a lot of fun. So please do that and join us in the WhatsApp group. Peter, thank you for your membership. We've got a $2 super chat from Big George, New York. Start me up. We will.
I got Big George in there, but it needs to be run out. And Kessel rejoined us.
Yes, he did with his UM.
He's got well. I was going to say Kessel has great camera work, but yeah, that makes total sense. So.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, duh.
we should throw a freebie in there.
We have
Keslo's in there, yeah.
Or two free spots in Keslo.
Let's do Green Rush because you said this is my favorite watch channel. I mean, that's deserving of a free one.
Right, I'm good with that. So now we got 15 entries. It is set. Let's turn on the volume and go to shuffle.
Skiing. Let's get it.
Go.
And the skiers are off. Go ahead, Mitch. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Lobster's in the lead. We've got our newest member, Peter, in second. We got Boba Hotep coming out. Peter's fading, but still in the lead. We got Chelsea over there on the outside, and here comes Mobster. Down the stretch they come. Do it.
Duke, what are you doing?
There you go. Mobster still in the lead, but here comes the rest of the pack. Big George, Bubba Hotep making a move, but it's Mobster by a half a ski over Bubba Hotep. Congratulations, Mobster. You are our big winner this evening. You'll be in the monthly race for
that was a super close one.
Prize at the end of the month. Congratulations to Mobster. That was a close one. So yeah, you won. Look at that.
That's rare. That's rare. That's
Easy.
Rare that the person that eases out also wins the race. Usually there's like somebody coming up.
That's the second time it's happened.
Yeah.
That's literally the second time it's happened.
So congratulations, you guys. That was awesome. And we want to thank everybody for being here this evening. And very happy that you took the time to join us. I'm starting to lose my voice. What's going on here?
It's contagious.
Yeah, I know. Come on, bitch. Stop doing that to me. But we want to thank you very much for joining us this evening. And we're going to leave you with the classic as we wait for the 2025. Here is the classic.
Come and get it! 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 You won't regret it in 2022 at Tip Top Snack Bar!